Hello, Governor. I'm coming to London May 9th. I'm sorry. I'm coming to London May 9th. One night only. One show at 21 Soho. Get your tickets now. ChristinaPOnline.com.
Ready in 5, 4, 3,
Or baby Zola.
2.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Where My Mom's At podcast with Christina P.
Here I go. Where am I this week? Let me tell you what's happening. Where am I on the calendar, Zoli? What can I plug?
State of Milwaukee.
I think there's like 10 tickets left in Milk Jockey, Wisconsin for Turner Ballroom. And then I'm doing something really cool here in Momston. I'm just running a very intimate, weird set. I'm talking about stuff I never could talk about before because I hadn't processed it, and now I have. And I'm so fucking pumped. And I'm doing the side room at Red Room at Cap City, just like every Thursday until summer. And then I do comedy works downtown in Colorado. September 14th, 15th, and 16th, ChristinaPOnline.com. And then I put other dates on later. Also, please buy my lipsticks. I've been told that the lipstick tastes great. Some guy wrote to me, he's like, I really like the way this tastes. I'm like, okay, good. It's fucking amazing. I developed it in Italy. And it's doing really well, and I suggest you try it out right now. Did you know Rob Iler? By the way, Rob Iler is our guest. Who's the fucking amazingest.
The amazingest.
That my lipstick is the number one selling item in the YMH store by far.
Who do you think was the guy who wrote you that it tastes great?
Tastes great.
I eat it all the time. Yeah, it tastes really good.
That's so silly. Yeah. What do you put it on? Your chicken?
I put it on the side of the powder. What's the powder women use?
Just the facial powder, yeah.
Yeah, powder.
Yeah.
That. So, and I'll do it with the brush, and then I eat it. It's good.
Where your world right now? Can we discuss your schedule a little bit
Whatever
for people
you want.
listening?
Yeah, it's not interesting, but yeah.
No. It's it's not interesting to you because you're living in it.
Well, I'm like a farmer. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. with chickens, because that's how I roll right now.
Right. So you're going to bed at what time?
It depends, but 7 p.m.
Wow. So you're telling me that it's now 2 p.m. as we record this, and you look wiped. You do look like you've
Listen, it's been a long day.
Yeah. I've never seen you look this tired.
I know. That's the you're used to I usually poop and come right here. I wake up, I poop, I come here. But not today. I mean, I pooped 8 hours ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I feel you and I are in similar energy cycle. I wake up, I drink coffee. Well, you don't drink coffee. I drink coffee, I get frantic, I take a shit, I write, I exercise, and then it's downhill from there. And then
I never thought about that because I don't drink coffee. So people drink coffee and they get all that energy and then they're shitting with all that energy.
Yeah, it's the best.
Really? I think it would be because I'd want to be relaxed when I'm shitting.
No, I don't like. Here's the thing.
You got a ton of energy when you're shitting.
This is what I was going to talk to you about too. Is that I like to do things in extreme states of being, which is probably I might be wired to be a bit of an addict, so I got to watch it.
Yeah.
But I like to get frantically panicked on coffee, like just crazy gacked, and then I write crazy jokes, and then I just shit violently, and then I work out like a maniac. I love it, and that's just from coffee.
Really?
Did you do a lot of speed when you were a junkie?
No coke, no speed. Speed wasn't even really. I never even saw someone who's like, "Want to do some speed?" I would have been like, "Who are you?" There's a lot of
dirty.
coke, a lot. But
did it fuck up your liver? Because doesn't that?
No, I'm great. I just went to the doctor for the first time in 6 years, and they were like, "You're on top of the world, kid."
Really?
Yeah. Thank you, guys. This I feel like I deserve. Yeah.
You're on top of the world.
I brought it all the way fucking back. Yeah. My doctor, when did I get sober? 11 years ago. He was like, "You're dying." He was like, this is really bad. And now my doctor's like, "You're one of the healthiest people we have."
That's amazing, Rob. Congratulations.
And when you get
amazing.
When you get all the reports back, they're like, "Oh, the bad stuff is in bold."
Yeah.
And whatever. I only have one thing in bold. It's my cholesterol.
Mine
and cholesterol is supposed to be under 200 and it's 204.
Yeah.
Suck my dick.
It's
I was taking fucking 5,000 grams of fucking acetaminophen, you son of a bitches. 204. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
But that's good. See, that's why you should do drugs early in life. If you're going to be a drug addict or smoke cigarettes like I did at 13, you just want to stop at 30, right? When did you stop?
But I stopped at, like 28, 29.
stop.
The other thing that I have to say, another disclaimer, I also
Sure.
have nothing else to do with my life.
Yeah, it's fine.
So when I'm healthy, it's like, if you weren't, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, let's get back to your routine, which I was initially going to talk about.
yeah. You
Bedtime.
sound great.
Yeah. I'm dying. So 7 p.m., lights out.
Yeah. I try and wait for the sun to go down, but sometimes it doesn't happen.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The sun doesn't go down till like 8:30 now.
Yeah. And my fucking
So-
apartment was like, oh, it comes with blackout shades. Retarded.
Yeah.
If you think these are blackout shades, you got some. They're not even.
They're not close.
They're not even warm shades.
God, don't you hate that? I hate when they claim that. To make a blackout curtain claim, you've got to not see even like a peak.
Yeah, listen.
Curtains and then the shade behind it.
I'll even let you get away with if I'm just seeing a corner, like a corner. I'll let you get away with the blackout. But me, it comes right through the middle. Like
Stop.
it doesn't even. There's like little tiny holes in the gray, whatever that's called, shade.
It's fucked up.
Son of a bitches.
Son of a
But
cunt rag.
it's one of those things in Texas. That's what they get away with. Like if you're in a fucking busy go getting place and you're like, we have blackout shades, and you don't, people will fucking come at you. Here, everyone like, oh, you see these blackout shades? Like
standards are so lower. Yeah. So hold on. So 7 p.m. and so what are you wearing an eye mask? You
I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how you sleep.
Yeah. What do I use? I use like those like workout headbands that like you could like you see people jogging with or whatever.
Yeah.
It's around here.
Sweatbands.
I have one of those for the gym, so I just put it over my eyes.
Yo, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You can go on Amazon, spend like $10, and you can buy yourself a mask just for sleeping.
But
you deserve it.
I bought one once because I went on vacation and they had them in the place. But what happens is they have like a little clip on a lot of them.
Oh, you take that
And
right
sometimes but then the whole thing comes unraveled.
No, what kind of stupid shit?
Yeah, like a little.
I'm
they
gonna
have a
buy
little
you a
clip.
good one. No, baby. Let me hook. I'm gonna hook you up.
Can we do a GoFundMe for why for WMMA fans? Help Rob get a sleep mask.
No, I'll get you sleep mask. So 7 p.m. You put your sweatband around your eyes.
Yeah, I make sure it's clean too. I have a clean one and I have a gym one. I have
You're
one for
very
the
clean.
bed. Yeah, I'm
No,
very
I
clean,
know
especially my bed. My bed
You're very
clean.
hygienic.
Yeah.
I know this about you.
What are you supposed to do when you get blood on white sheets?
I throw them I throw them out.
You're a baller because I'm spending a lot. I get organic, nice sheets. I can't be throwing these things out. I'm sleeping with blood everywhere.
How are you getting blood on your sheets?
I wake up every morning. I'm like, oh my god, someone died in here, and then I'm like, oh no, it's just the blood from the last 6 months.
I'm sorry. What? Who bled in your sheets?
It's just all the time.
Just a
Like they'll
girl?
have like a little like something on,
Nope.
like a little something.
Doesn't happen frequently.
No, not frequently, but it happens over time.
So you got like a scab.
Not even like a scale, but like
Your
or
ears
like
are
I'm
bleeding.
scratching my, you know what
Your
I mean? Or
asshole
like
bleeds,
let's say
yeah.
I'm cooking and like I cut my hand and that becomes a scale. Like just
sure,
something
sure, blood.
on my body. My body probably bleeds twice a week just randomly. Is that high for random blood?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't often cut. I mean, I bleed once a month still, which is a miracle, but I don't cut.
Are you gonna go through the change?
I'm going
soon?
through right now. I'm perimenopausal. Drew Barrymore and I. Yeah. Yeah. It's happened so fast.
Really?
Yeah. I take progesterone. I'm on it. It's so good.
That's what I eat on the side of the lipstick. I have lipstick with a side of progesterone.
Wait, can I tell you a secret though? Is that one time I did see a drop of blood on my pillowcase and I felt an odd sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, you're like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
I'm
like
fucking wild.
Something is happening and I like the mystery.
Yeah.
And I think it was because my kid had a cut and he slept on the pillowcase.
Right.
But to answer your question,
I'm young at heart, so I get cuts like kids. I see you, Jamie. These kids, they always have
Always
fucking
cuts.
bandages. Yeah, I'm young at heart.
I'm young and hot.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So the best sheets I've ever had, by the way, I like Brooklinen. But I also like I do legit
No,
like them.
Brooklinen's
Like I
good.
know they sponsor stuff,
Yeah.
but I do like them.
I sleep on a sofa.
I do. I literally do.
I do.
You do too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best.
Oh yeah.
But for sheets, the best ones are the Amazon fucking basics, microfiber. Look, moms, listen to me. Microfiber. And they're fucking like $10.
Now, are those made by
I'm
an
telling
Asian
you-
kid or Indian kid?
I believe it's Thai.
A Thai
Whoever's
kid.
poorer, the poorer the child, the softer the hands.
It's like the darker the berry, the sweeter the
Ooh,
juice. Yeah. The
poorer
poorer the
country.
child, the softer the sheet.
It's so funny because they're like, make it softer. And he's like, I'm sorry, I had a bowl of rice. Yeah, just to get that bowl of rice.
Wow.
Yeah, they beat
and
the
then they
shit
have
out
to
of
eat
them.
that with 2 sticks.
Yeah.
They don't even get a spoon.
No sticks. They like
my
sticks.
God.
You know, when I dated the Chinese guy, oh my God, I'm such a dick. One time I was like, fucking, I was like making fun of them for eating with sticks, the Chinese. And I know, because I'm like, you guys are so fucking primitive. You use sticks. He got so mad at me. He was like, Christina, Chinese civilization was like thousands of years before white people, okay? We've been doing this stuff so much longer than you guys. And he's like, but we cut up the food into small pieces. It's better than the way you barbarians. You have a knife and a fork and you stab it. And I was like, oh yeah, you're kind of right.
Oh, see, I don't think so. Because when I'm starving, I need a spoon. I don't even eat. Most people, what they use a fork to eat, I just use a spoon. So I could get maximum.
I
eat everything like cereal.
Hoovering, yeah.
I just try and get it all.
Hoover it in a bowl.
Yeah, if I was starving and you gave me 2 sticks with some rice, I'd be furious.
Because
Yeah,
you
I
can't get
do
it in your mouth fast enough. But maybe that's
Yeah.
why they're so much thinner than us, because they're not spooning massive amounts of food down their fat fucking gullets. And they don't
sure.
eat dairy. We eat dairy. It makes us fat as shit.
And when you eat slower,
Yeah.
you get fuller
yeah.
sooner. You get fuller before you take in all that food because your body's
Yes.
like, oh hey, we've had this much. We're like digested. We've had this much food in our belly now. Where for me, I eat so fast that then I'm too full. You know what I mean?
You don't even feel it because your stomach is only as big as your fist. Like this is what you should be eating. But like we push past this all. I push past this all the time.
Well, no, that can't be
Right?
true. You're not only supposed to eat something the size of your
You
fist
fist
because they
yourself.
say,
No, you put your fist in your pussy and then you eat, and that's how much you're supposed to eat.
yeah, then
Don't
you
you
eat the
get it,
lipstick.
dummy?
Well,
Yeah.
what they say is you're supposed to have 3 things the size of your fist on your plate.
Oh.
Like they say, if you want to measure like macros without measuring your food, like you know how crazy people measure their food
I
on a
can't even
scale.
understand it,
It's
yeah.
meant
I
to.
don't like
It's
that.
meant to, yeah. But they have a
It's
fist.
mental, yeah.
It's
I like-
meant to, yeah.
I like when they say that.
They have
The
you have a
breath.
fist of protein,
Yes,
a fist
mental.
of carbs, and a fist of vegetables.
Oh, I thought you were just supposed to fist yourself with one. Like that's your eating. Is your stomach is a
Have
fist.
you ever seen that? Have you ever seen somebody have a dinner the size of the fist? Even the Asians with the sticks,
I'll tell you something.
bigger than your fist.
It's mental, mate.
It's meant to, yeah.
What have you been watching? Snatch or something?
Love Island.
It's mental.
It's meant to, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, but here's the deal, man. Is that like the French and the Europeans, they tend to eat like small meals. You don't eat big thing. Maybe you eat once a day, big thing, middle of the day.
But aren't they always said to have like a bit of an attitude?
They're just so angry.
They're just hungry.
They're like,
They
"I'm
want to
hungry.
be full.
I am hungry."
I have not been full since 1962. You know, I'm full every fucking day. Dude, I eat till I'm full.
Yeah, I like to eat. I eat one meal where I just hoss out and I get so full and I feel gross, and then I'm good. I feel like that carries me until like the next day.
And you know
really.
what I always do when I find like a new healthy thing that I like? I eat so much of it until I get fat.
Yeah. Oh, right,
I'll okay,
like
so I
hummus
got
or something. And you,
no, well, yeah, that for sure. But one of them that I got on was like oatmeal. And when I was like, oh, I could eat oatmeal. Like, this is a healthy thing, whatever. And I was eating like a pound bag a day. And I was like, yeah, but it's oatmeal. And then it was like, I gained 7 pounds in a week. And I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? I'm eating oatmeal.
You're like a horse, just an oat bag strapped to your face.
Yeah.
like Mr. Ed.
And you know what's funny? While like I'm halfway
amazing.
through the pound bag, I'm like, you're doing so good.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, wow, look how healthy you're
Oh,
being.
yeah. We are supported by Huel Daily Greens. I just realized that I didn't need to spend $100 a month on green powders. I recently discovered Huel Daily Greens for half that price, and it's been a blessing to my health routine and my wallet. Huel Daily Greens packs in 91 nutrients from super greens, adaptogens, plant proteins, and more. One drink a day every morning, and I get an amazing boost to my immunity, brain, and energy levels. Best of all, it doesn't taste like a swamp like other greens. It's refreshing and fruity, so I genuinely look forward to it every morning. I'm telling you, I love Huel Daily Greens. It tastes so good, and it's so good for you. If you've been overpaying for greens or looking for a better affordable option, Huel Daily Greens is for you. Head to Huel.com/WMMA and you'll get a special offer of a free shaker and a t-shirt with your first order.
I'm obese.
Oh, yeah, you don't even realize because it's still calories in. So one time I got into like the dried apricot lifestyle.
Yeah.
Especially Trader Joe, they make a nice one. It's very sour. And I would eat that whole bag. And I would tell my trainer, like, dude, I'm still fucking fat. Like, what? And she's like, dude. She didn't say dude, but she's like,
it's 580 grams of sugar.
I may as well be eating a bag of Skittles.
100%. Yeah.
And because she goes, well, so you're eating like that little one piece of dried fruit is half of an apricot shrunk down. So you're literally eating, like if you eat 2 pieces of dried apricot, that's a whole apricot.
Right. You eat 30 of them, you're eating 15 apricots. Why are you making me say apricots? Isn't it apricots?
How do you say it? Apricot, apricot.
Isn't it apricots? Boys?
You say
Apricot.
everything.
Apricot.
Apricot. Wasn't that
Apricot.
See what you
apricot?
made me.
I'm such a
I would join a
foreigner.
cult in a second,
Wait,
I guess.
is this a foreigner thing? Nadav, did you say apricot? Apricot.
I say apricot. Here, hold on real quick. Rob, how do you say the 2 brothers who are plumbers that there's a video game?
Mario and Luigi.
Yep, that's it.
Mario.
Some people say Mario.
I think it's Mario. How did the Italians say it? It's Italian, no? Mario.
Let's ask your lipstick. It was made in Italy.
Hey, you dumb bitch. Mario.
Because Mary is M-A-R-Y, and then you say Mary. So Mario. No, that sounds crazy.
It's got to be Mario Brothers. It's Mario Brothers.
What did I say? Yeah, Mario.
You say Mario.
You said Mario.
Because you're an
Mario.
East Coaster.
Yeah.
Mario.
Mario?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, she said that pretty
Damn.
crisp and clear.
Mario.
Yeah, there's no question there, huh? I don't know.
Well, I have a friend from Long Island, Sarah Burns, shout out, and she'd always say Camaro. You gotta drive a Camaro.
Yeah, there's some
very-
strong. You know, we just went pee for everyone, and you know what we should do? We should have a. To let everyone know, we didn't pee for everyone, but we should do a competition to see who could make the most pee.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, so it's like we have a bucket on we have a bucket on a scale in a room, and we have whatever like 4 hours, and it's like we come here at noon, from noon to 4.
This is a great
see
idea.
whose bucket is the heaviest. And see who made the most pee? I think
This
it's great.
is such a great idea. But here's the deal, man, is
Yeah.
that much like in the Olympics, my anatomy is different in size than yours. So we'd have to scale it to male-female competition, no?
But see, I don't think so, because just because your bladder is smaller doesn't mean you're going to pee less.
I might make less volume.
If anything, I might hold more pee.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might
but
hold
you're
more
saying-
back from the bucket.
Okay.
like your pee's gonna have to come out more if you're putting in more water because your bladder's so small. Where my bladder will be like, oh, we could hold on to
you
this.
might hold it and then, okay.
Yeah. So
you're
maybe
saying,
I get a leg up.
interesting.
Yeah. Maybe I start
Interesting.
with a little 8 ounces of pee in there. I get 1 extra pee.
But if we had a pooping contest, for sure you would outdo me because of your anatomy is larger and you can hold more caca, you eat more calories.
But it depends if we do timed thing. That's why if you just do 1 pee, my pee probably weighs more. But if
Sure.
we're doing 4 hours of pee,
right, you could equal it out.
yeah.
This is really interesting stuff.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
It totally depends on what I
Sure.
eat, obviously. But there's some days, since I always eat one meal, it's always a lot. Some days I don't poop a ton, and then other days it's like, Jesus
Why
Christ.
is that?
It's just crazy.
I had the same thing happen to me. So funny. So I've been pooping normal. I poop every day.
Yeah.
And then there was just one day where I pooped 4 times. And it was an enormous amount. And you're like, dude, thank you so much.
yeah.
Have I been walking around with all this gaga inside of me? It's crazy.
So one thing I said back in the day was when I go to New York, I poop amazing.
Yes, you
And
said this.
what I
We've discussed. You told me.
Yeah.
You have. But you have because you used to talk about this on Pajama Pants. I remember you saying it in your New York
that could have
dumps.
been on any PBS thing. I'm like, so I've been pooping. Yes, you said this. It could have been on such a serious thing. And what I thought was it was the humidity maybe that made the poop just come out easier. It always stays moist or whatever. I don't know. But then what I think is you walk so much that you're
Yes.
always packing that poop down.
Okay, I like your theory. However, Yana, I'd like to, for your humble consideration, you work out quite a lot here. Would
Yeah.
you say that your physical level of activity is higher in New York Titties, or I think comparable in Momston because you work out here?
No, because I work out the same amount in New York, but then add 6 miles a day walking. And every step you're packing that poop down a little bit. You know? Yeah. So I wonder if basketball players, because they're jumping all the time, their poops must be crazy.
All the time.
Yeah, because they're slamming that poop down.
Slamming it. So you're thinking it's the walking that physically pushes the caca down. That's an interesting theory.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Through the intestine.
The intestine.
Yeah.
Also, for your consideration, the minerals, the bacteria, stuff in the New York Titties food, those are things that you grew up on. So the body is probably like, oh, we're back. Like, I know this.
Right. Plus,
Maybe
I'm drinking
there's-
water right out of the tap.
That's a disaster. I can't believe you do that. Do you trust that New York City water?
All day.
Wow.
That's right. Here, I wouldn't do it for
No.
whatever. Vegas is the worst. Vegas is the most
Never.
disgusting water I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
People are always like, oh, I get sick when I go to Vegas. Yeah, it's probably the water.
You're drinking water.
Yeah, people are like, oh, it's because you're partying and you're this. I don't know. That water's crazy.
So
When I
you-
lived in Vegas, if you let a little bit of water like sit on a table and then you came back, it would be like you would have to like, you couldn't wipe it off with something. You would have to take something and scrape. I swear.
Water?
The hard water stains. Nadav, can you look up?
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it destroys furniture or whatnot because of the composition of the water. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So if you see,
Oh my gosh.
can you go to images?
Ugh.
So there'll be, and this would be in Vegas. I mean, you would come back after like, washing your hands and you come back and you're like, oh, there's something you have to like chip away.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, Vegas is a disgusting place altogether. I think it's a very low frequency.
Yes.
It can attract certain elements. Okay. So,
And also they have to get everything there in the middle of nowhere. Like it's not going through us. It's like, okay, we have to build this stuff strictly for here. I don't know.
I don't know. It's
I
a
don't
weird
know.
place.
It's
It's a
just a
synthetic place to
dirty,
live. It's a weird,
dry-
arid desert with scumbags. So you wake up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Back to your routine because I find this fascinating. Into bed at 7, up at 3.
Yeah.
And what are you doing?
So I'll wake up. I do 30 minutes, no phone, no computer, no
Smart.
nothing. Then I meditate for like 15 minutes ish. Then I'll start the day with like, the emails and check the text, check whatever I got to do. I'll check my sports bets from the night before, things like this, the important stuff.
Of course.
And then I'll start to I'll prep for cooking, and then I'll go work out, and then I come back and start cooking.
Again, one of the smart, and I forgot that you do that.
Yeah.
And I still haven't implemented that. And then
Yeah.
it's the stupidest thing I don't do.
So as soon as I come back, I just turn things on and things start going instead of having to like. The worst is when like I'm starving and I have to sit there and like cut something. Ugh,
I'm out of my mind.
I want it going because then I'll just start eating stuff.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
the
eat like
same way.
raw peppers.
Yeah.
And it's just so
It's
stupid.
so gross.
Yeah.
Okay. So you come back, you do your fitness,
Do fitness.
and now what?
Yeah. And then it depends. A lot of times I'll go play poker. Sometimes I'll go for like, you know what I've been doing lately a lot? Pickleball.
This is the latest craze. My neighbor is building a pickleball court.
Yeah, Jamie just built one at her house.
What is this?
Dude, pickleball is fucking awesome. Let me tell you something. I've been taking these pills that are making me fart, and I went to play pickleball. I went to play pickleball yesterday. I thought I was gonna shit my pants. Because when you're like, oh, this fart's a little questionable, but now
yes.
imagine that, but you're like running around
Oh my
too.
God.
So right before like we would hit the ball, I'd be like, okay, I gotta decide, do I let this out or do I play this point with this fart like halfway
Yeah.
out? And then there were times where like I would jump to hit the ball and be like, oh my God, is there shit running down my leg right now? But luckily there wasn't. But
That's the thrill of pickleball. You never know if you're going to
that's
shart
it.
your
I
pants. or
I
not.
only take the pills the day before pickleball.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm farting.
What are these pills you're taking? Why?
It's just like a thing that's like, oh, because when I saw I had high cholesterol,
Yeah.
I'm going to look, how do you lower cholesterol? And one
Yeah.
thing was like, oh, selenium could help stop cravings and this. And it's like, amino acid. It's not like a pill, like a
So it's just
like a medicine.
No,
it's just like a whole foods
supplement thing.
So
pickleball, it looks like tennis for lazy people. So you don't have to run as much. It's closer to the. It looks like it's for lazy people.
It's like if tennis and ping pong had a baby.
Oh, what a stupid!
It's so much fucking fun. It's so much fun. I played for 5 hours the other day.
Oh, who? Where,
5
do you go
hours.
to the gym?
There's 3 courts at the gym, but then oh my god, there's a gym out here that I went to that has 4 water slides.
What?
You have to go to this gym. You have to take your kids to this gym. It's like it's like a full mall. This gym,
What?
$170 a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
And my kids can go there and ruin other people's days?
Yeah, they have
Oh,
people's
great.
kids like, all over the place. They have like a daycare for people who are working out.
That'd be great.
And you could leave your kids there while you work out.
So that they can get molested by strangers. It's perfect.
Yeah. But see, that's a lot harder these days because their camera's always going.
Oh.
So they keep them in one room and you could watch on the camera.
Oh, that's cool. Because I take my kid to one class a week, and I'm always like, I'm not leaving him here. And the guy was like, you can go do your errands. And I was like, just because you told me to do that, I'm going to fucking sit here and watch you, dude.
Well, you heard about the woman who like sewed that thing into her jacket?
No.
So she had like a 2-year-old kid, and she noticed after she started sending this kid to this thing, it started behaving very differently.
Oh, no.
So instead of being like, hey, I'm going to stop sending you, she takes like a recording device and stitches it inside their jacket and recorded like an 8-hour day of these. It's only like 2 women and all these little kids, and you hear crazy. She's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you fucking don't put that down, and like yelling at them and like throwing stuff. Yeah, it was pretty wild, but it's pretty crazy for that woman to be like, hey, listen, you're 2 years old. We need to send you in.
Yeah.
You know, like you need to do some undercover work.
Yeah. I would just pull my kid out of there and assume that they're being not treated great.
And then they had an interview with the parents after, and they were like, you know what? We're not sending her back to that place. It's like, oh yeah, you think?
Well, maybe she's doing it to help.
Oh yeah, there
parents.
it is.
Parents sew recording device in toddler's jacket, capture audio of daycare worker threatening to harm kid. Oh my God, what is wrong with people?
Yeah,
That's
and
so
just harm them. Don't
sad.
threaten them.
So sad. So sad.
San Antonio. It's an hour away. God damn it.
Goddamn motherfucks. You know what? I don't trust anybody with my kids.
Yeah, that's because it just takes 15 minutes for their whole fucking life to change, right?
That's right. Let's play it for
Are you gonna show me something happening to a kid?
Never. Don't let your kids. Play that clip. Don't let your kids stay.
Quit allowing your child to stay at everybody's house. You can't trust the parents. You can't trust the other kids. You can't trust the other friends of the kids. You can't trust nobody. Nobody will watch your child like you. All it takes is for one person to touch your child, and your child will be messed up for the rest of his or her life.
He's dead on.
Yeah.
But there are other parents who should do the opposite and give their kids to people. Because like he said, nobody will watch your kids like you. So when they're shitty parents, because there's sometimes, I'm not going to say who, but maybe a little Rob Iler would go to his friend's house and be like, oh my God, this is what people are like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're so not like, you have something on your face. Come here, let me wipe that off you. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah, people are nice here.
Yeah, you're so nice to me.
Yeah, I agree. Let me stay at my friends' houses. Okay, this one's great.
I'll tell you who that is. That's the girl who they made the fucking movie about, who was in the wheelchair and then she killed her mom. You know that whole thing? Can you look that up? Hulu?
No.
It was a show on Hulu about a girl who was like mentally something, and then she killed her mom with her boyfriend.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice little thank you.
Was it like Mommy Dearest or something?
Yeah, right? Yeah, Gypsy Rose.
Yeah.
Gypsy
Yes,
Rose.
fuck yeah. Hot fucking stripper name, by the way.
Yeah.
Gypsy Rose. But wait till you see her. Not a hot stripper.
Yeah. It's such a bummer. When
Spoiler
people are
alert.
hot. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, could you look up the act? That's the name of it.
Oh, is this
See?
current? Oh, yeah. Wasn't the... Oh, my God.
Oh,
it's a mini
savage.
series.
It's so crazy.
Was
Could
this
you
on
imagine?
Lifetime? No, Hulu.
Basically, like her mom lied to her, telling her she was like had all these illnesses
Oh, my God.
because she wanted to keep her nice and close to her, nice and close to mommy.
Yeah, this is Patricia Arquette. Yeah, I remember being upset that Patricia Arquette didn't look hot in this billboard, and I was like, I don't want to see this because I like her to be pretty and things. And I was like, I don't want to see this. This looks like a real bummer.
Well, I think also that time might have fully passed.
Oh, of her being hot?
Unfortunately, yeah. I don't think it was the role, you know?
She'd just kill you when you're
It
not
was
hot
the
anymore.
role of something called life, Christina.
All right, I want you to watch this TikTok that I
See, look,
found.
that's just her, like, hanging out.
She could do a little work. Come on. All right, let's. I don't want to look at Father Time. Okay, come on. Show.
She might have to
Hi,
wake
my
up
name is Erin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am this.
Yeah. I love it. Good. And see,
'cause they're
that's what this whole.
annoying.
Oh my God!
It's
You know
so
why this is the
annoying.
perfect TikTok? Because people say that the reason why people go into these pronouns and you can do all this stuff is because life is too easy now, right? And it's not
Right.
real enough. Because like if things are real and you're going through horrible shit, you're not thinking about it. And exactly what happens as soon as she gets popped in the face, it all goes away, right? Oh, my pronoun is they. She's like,
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm
yeah,
not
and she's
surviving.
reality.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
they them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a bitch who just got punched in the face
It's so great.
by a cat.
It's so great.
Uh-huh.
Also, I can't wait for
Fuck
this
her.
generation to have to go out into the workplace and start, because I know that some of them, some places like in academia are allowing these ridiculous demands to be.
Yeah,
whatever,
they're like pushing it forward.
yeah, exactly. But I imagine in a few years things are not gonna. I don't know. They can't infiltrate every single field, right?
Well, you know what? I was talking
The foreman at the construction place is not going to respect anybody's pronouns.
Oh no! Hey, how you doing, they them over there? Shake their ass.
Right? There's for every industry that welcomes this horse shit, there's 10 that are like, nah,
Hell
bro,
no.
you're not getting away with this. So there's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
a few lanes these people can go into in the world. I imagine.
It's just that. But I was talking
God.
to my friend the other day, and I was saying like the reason why these things keep getting bigger, and a lot of times they didn't back in the day, was because like. I remember there were like Italians protesting Sopranos. And
Yes,
they
I
were like,
remember
and it was
that.
like a small
Yeah.
group of people. And I was like, you make us seem bad and whatever. And what happened was, on the first day, like, whatever, just make up a number, 100 people show up and they go, yeah, hey, like, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't, whatever. And then somebody gets a call, hey, you got to come pick up your kid at school, or this thing, your friend got sick. And all of a sudden real life comes
God.
in and they go, oh, I can't show up to be an anti-Italian protester for the 5th day or the 6th day or the 7th day. But what happens here is, because the groups are online,
Yes.
it starts off with 100, and then people start to forget it, whatever, and then people see it and go, oh, hey, I'll join this group.
Yep.
And you never have to go back to real.
So
nothing
true.
real ever happens, because you could just open your phone and be like, oh, shit, that group of people I joined that was 100 people, now there's 600.
So true.
And then it's like, now there's 7. Now there's 8. Oh, look, we're getting bigger.
So true. And it's so easy just to retweet. That takes zero effort to
Zero.
click on
Yeah.
something and join a cause. So I'm dying to watch this with you. Last week on the show, I brought up Dylan Mulvaney, who was a cast member on Book of Mormon. And then I guess during COVID, he started transitioning to being a woman. And I played these clips last week, and it was kind of like I was digesting it. Do you know what I mean? Like I've seen him on TikTok, on TikTok, but I hadn't really like.
And now you've walked around and you're ready to shit it out.
Yeah. I've been like processing it because I'm trying to figure out. Well, let's go through it. So let's see. This is his. She became a sensation on TikTok by publicly becoming like transitioning.
Right, okay.
And she's very theatrical. So she's, she tries to make it funny, I think is what, let's be honest. Okay. So this is day one. Here we go.
Day one of being a girl, and I have already cried 3 times. I wrote a scathing email that I did not send. I ordered dresses online that I couldn't afford. And then when someone asked me how I was, I said, I'm fine, when I wasn't fine. So. How'd I do, ladies? Good? Girl power.
So is this trying to be funny, saying like, I'm not crazy, girls are crazy,
I think,
but now I'm a girl?
Like, see, now that I watch it, I get that he has a sense of humor. Sorry, she has a sense of humor. She's just trying to be like, oh my God, I'm transitioning. Let's try to make a funny thing. So I'm not going to get too uppity. So it's kind of cute and cheeky, and like, it is reductive and silly. Like, that's all being a girl is like, I can't come out with my feelings. I shop instead of having feeling. It's like silly.
Right, but wouldn't Dylan Mulvaney be upset if people were like, you're crazy for what you're doing, but then when they're saying I'm transitioning to a woman, they name a bunch of crazy things women do.
Oh, right. So like he's joining.
Like you're saying like, oh, you're crazy women. Like, you know, like we're crazy. But then if people call him crazy, doesn't it bother him? Or is he somebody who's like, yeah, I don't care. Like I'm crazy. You know what I mean?
I think his trajectory was like, she put these videos out and then people would shit on her. And then, then it eventually upset her, you know, because like, if people are calling me crazy and stuff.
She became a woman.
Yeah.
Then bitches be crazy.
That's the thing. So it's,
she was a dude
true.
in the beginning and she was like, I don't give a fuck. You make fun of me all you want. Bitches are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she was like, oh my God, this hurts.
Yeah.
I'm a woman
and I get shit on for my looks and stuff. Okay, so let's play. This is the second video. This is her like transition.
It's day 335 of being a girl, and I wanted to go on record to say that this might be the hottest I've ever looked and will ever look in my lifetime. And I'm making this video so that in thousands of years, there will be evidence. Is it the dress? It could be the dress. Is it the makeup? Or is it the hair? Because I think it's the extensions. And when I have extensions in, I don't know my name. I don't know where I live. I just know that I love these. And I know that I look like I could steal a husband, but I want to promise you, look me in the eyes. I want to promise you that I would never do that to you. Okay, I am a girl's girl. And I love ya. Woo! But seriously, this is good, right? Okay. Love you. Okay, New York Fashion Week. Oh, okay, bye. Love you.
Wouldn't it be great if Dylan was a troll and was like, I'm going to go through this whole shit just to troll motherfuckers? Because
be so cool.
That would be a great troll of being like, hey, I think I'm anti-trans and I think trans people are crazy. So what I'm going to do is transition and be the craziest and get super famous. And I'm going to be the face of trans and I'm going to just be nuts.
That would be so cool.
That's the most committed troll job ever. Her and Trump.
Because I don't see boobies, so I don't know how far she went in the process. I don't know if she's cut anything off. Look, here's the deal. First of all, this person is an adult, so they can do whatever the heck they want. If they want to transition. But it's interesting, like, she just transitioned into the most superficial, basic bitch on the planet. Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with a girl like that, who's just like, oh my God, my extension. And you're like, ew, shut up. Of course. Like, but it's so unattractive.
I think Dylan's trolling motherfuckers.
You think he's in on
it? I really do.
Yeah. You think he's in on the game.
Yeah.
In his own thing.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I think.
Okay, that would be cool as shit.
Yeah, like they're doing like a behind the, but behind the transition instead of behind the music, behind the transition, and really like as soon as she turns that camera off, she's like, I'm fucking burying these trans. Like I'm gonna make people think trans are nuts.
The ultimate hate crime. Yeah. Well, you might be onto something because they actually made what is her transitioned name? Is she still going by Dylan?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that could be either or Dylan. So they made Dylan Mulvaney. Bud Light hired her as her spokesperson. So maybe Dylan is punking all of us because this is not a brand traditionally known for being trans friendly.
But see, if they were punking, they risked too much. Where Dylan's not risking, like Dylan's just becoming famous. Bud Light lost billions of dollars.
They lost $3 billion.
Yeah. So they're not like, hey, let's fuck around and lose $3 billion. Like,
no,
you know what I mean?
This is hilarious. But let me see the ads because I haven't actually.
Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us.
Oh yeah, you got big hands.
So I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports, and I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay.
Dude.
I heard bros are drinking those just to crush them on their head after,
It is so tone deaf. This couldn't be more tone deaf to the Bud Light drinker. Even to me, like I'm like I don't buy it. I don't get it. Like, and also too, it's an insult to like the fans of sports. Like for her, I think a better way may have been like, funnier if she was like, I'm into March Madness. You guys didn't think I knew shit, huh? But what about if Peterson does the tackle back and the thing. And she had like all the lingo down.
Right.
See, you're smiling because that would have been funny as shit.
Yeah.
If you put her, here's how you do the commercial. Here's how you fix it.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of guys and they're all watching the Super Bowl or whatever. They're all sitting there scratching their balls. But she sits down in between. She's like, what's up, guys? And then she starts talking like they talk and she out talks them. And they're like, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I thought you were going to say like somebody was like, what are you, a dude?
Even better. She's like, as a matter of fact. And she pulls out her cock.
What?
Oh, that's an even better commercial. She's like, you guys want to pull out your dicks? And then they all do. And they all J their Ds. And Bud Light comes out of their cocks.
Yeah.
And they all drink Bud Light from their dicks.
It's like, we can't talk about March Madness without pulling out your dick.
Okay, so here's another Bud Light ad. She's in a bathtub. She's drinking. It's just not funny. They could have. Listen, Dylan can do comedy. So they should have tried to really write something funny, I think, with her.
You know what I'm so grateful
this is so
for?
Stupid. Yeah.
I stopped getting drunk before trans people got hot.
So you don't have to like endure this fucking bullshit.
So like I just wouldn't be worried about like waking up one morning and being like, you know what I mean? Because like it's the same thing where when I used to drink, nobody knew how to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you try and pick a fight with somebody, you get into a little scrap, nothing happens. If I was getting drunk now and like talking shit to you, you're just in like a rear naked, like everybody knows how to do, like the UPS guy has a cauliflower ear. You know what I mean? It's like everybody knows how to fucking choke you out now.
I know.
And that's the thing. I'm happy I stopped
so
drinking
true.
before trans got hot and people learned how to fight.
Hell yeah,
Thank
dude.
God.
How many trans men would you have slept with by now? Trans women?
Because I was looking at that one in the tub.
Yeah.
And I'm saying if I'm 18 hours into drinking, and she's got 6 Bud Lights by her no titties, and she's like, hey, you want to come in the tub? I'm like, hey, maybe I'll fucking hop in the tub.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't know anything about March Madness. I'm like, that's hot because
That's you.
Yeah, I mean, you got beer and you don't know anything about sports. You want to fuck?
It's funny too because a lot of, like women are, and I'm trying to think about this real like philosophically. Like a lot of my female friends are like, yeah, but she's saying like, oh, I'm a woman, and like, but she doesn't get a period. She doesn't do the things that women do. Like getting a period is fucking vile and horrible, and it really is a welcome to the sisterhood moment where
you're gonna
like,
have to stop saying you're a woman soon.
That's right. So maybe that's what it is. When I stop menstruating, am I even a woman anymore?
No.
Right. So then
no,
that's
you're definitely a woman. You
question.
said tackleback. Which there's just no such thing. In any sport. They're talking about basketball and you're like, you got the tackle back.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
You're a broad.
You understand
Don't worry
what I mean?
about it.
Philosophically.
Yeah.
Broad strokes, I understand things. I only wish that, like, I wish there were hotter trans men. Does that make sense? Like, what are like the hottest women that have become men? I feel like I don't get to see enough of those.
I don't even, not that there would.
Google that. Look, show me the hottest trans. Who, like,
hottest men with a pussy. That's what you want to Google.
Like Buck Angel is very hot. Who's like another hot? Oh, Ellen Page. Elliot Page.
Oh, really? Yeah, but aren't they like 5'1"?
Oh, right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
She's very tiny.
I struggle enough at 5'7" being a dude. You want to be a 5'1" dude? Good luck.
That's tough.
Good luck, Braj.
It's tough, but don't you think it's easier for a woman to convert to men than the other way? It's tough.
Yeah, you know what? Can you look up the 90 Day Fiance?
Oh, I forget. Chaz Bono. That's my type. That's my trans guy. I love Chaz Bono.
That's Tom Bono?
Chaz Bono.
Oh, Laverne Cox.
No, like Tom Segura. It's Tom Bono.
That's Fat Tom.
Somebody needs to put Tom and Chaz together, please. We gotta get that Tom Bono. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Chaz. Chaz is my kind of guy.
So I've
always liked him.
Can you look up 90 Day Fiance transgender? Of course, you type in 90 and the first thing that comes up is 90 Day Fiance transgender.
Everybody's
People
interested.
love this shit. If you look at the middle, that's a broad.
The middle?
That's a broad? Look at the picture before. By the way, not bad looking either way.
No, this person did it right both ways. Dang!
Here, so I wanted to record this and send it to you, but I've been too lazy lately. So do you want to know what he does for a living?
What?
he created a line of transgender underwear that for a man, there's a fake penis. Because he's like, when I'm in the gym and I don't have a bulge, I don't feel like I could really lift the same amount of weights.
I love it. I love it.
He's like, and you know what's funny? He's like, yeah, let's go to the factory. And there's like 6 pair. You know what I mean? Because it's like, who needs this?
I love it.
Yeah. Look,
I love it.
And look, there's the underwear that have a fake puss.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
I mean, that is just so. Oh my God! You know what we should do?
That's a meaty
We
puss.
should do a photo shoot. When me and Jamie do the photo shoot for our podcast, I should do the fake vagina and she should do the fake
That'd be
cock.
great.
Yeah,
That's a great idea.
hell yeah, dude.
So one time we did Nikki Glazer's show, Not Safe, I believe it was, Tom and I, and we did a pegging class. And I thought of all people, that I would love, putting on a strap on, because I'm very welcoming of alpha male energy. I love it. I love men. I love it. And I put that dick on me and I couldn't be more repulsed. I was like, this is not for me. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought you were going to say you didn't think you thought you'd be really into like pegging, and all I think about is poop.
It's not my steez. I'm not into shoving dicks in my husband's butt. It's not for me. But it's not. I
What
didn't
about
like
banging
it.
a chick?
With a dick?
Yeah.
No, I
With
don't
a
want a
strap
dick.
on.
I don't want a dick. I tried it.
If you had to do one of two things, you have to put a strap on and bang a dude, or put a strap on and bang a chick. What do you pick?
A chick.
Okay.
Because of banging a guy.
On the next YMH Live, these motherfuckers are fucking play. Here's another GoFundMe. People are ready to see that shit.
But to me, another woman is like, it's like a me. It's like, who cares? Like, it's not even. Do you know what I mean? But a guy's butthole, like, I'm so against a man's asshole. You have no idea.
It's so crazy.
I mean, so gross.
I can't even, like, when you start getting older as a man, you have to start thinking about that shit. Like, you have to go get a prostate exam or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, that sounds like I don't know. Like, that's you know what I mean?
The heart of darkness. It's your brown.
And the worst part is they say that when you wake up, there's always like a duty stain. What? Because I think they put you out. I think,
and
then you're just like, you're just naked and you get put out. It's like, what?
Yeah,
that's fucking nuts. So now I'm gonna be naked, get put out. I'm gonna wake up. The doctor's gonna be taking a glove off. There's just gonna be poop on the table
and blood on your sheets.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, dude. That's crazy. I swear, I balance it in my head of like, what's worse?
I do
just
too.
Sailing off into the sunset,
100%.
dying.
Can I tell you something? I'll tell you what. I'm so with you on this. That, you know what they tell you when you turn 45? The gynecologist says, it's time for me to put my finger in your asshole to do that exam. And you know what I did this last time? I said, no thanks. I'd rather die of colon cancer. I don't want it. I don't give a fuck. I don't want your fingers in my asshole. I don't want it.
Listen,
I'll know if I have colon cancer. I feel like I will know. Don't you just shit blood and stuff? Right?
Doesn't everyone?
You'll know. You start shitting blood and stuff.
Oh, now they're gonna look up how you know I have colon cancer. It's gonna be stuff I don't want to see. It's gonna be like, oh, your name's Rob. You're wearing
shit blood for all sorts of reasons.
Huh?
You get shit blood for all sorts of reasons.
He shits a lot of blood. This guy.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
I've gone through phases. When I used to drink a lot,
this.
I would shit blood. What do you think causes you shitting blood, Nadav?
Don't even.
Well, I'm just like digging in there and stuff.
Digging
in there?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You guys don't dig?
Dig in your asshole?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
For what? Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm Jewish. That's where we keep our gold.
Oh, stop.
No, really, hold on.
He's trying to be funny.
Yeah,
you know why? Because his girlfriend does butt stuff on him. That's why. That's why he's laughing.
No,
she's rough?
Nah, she doesn't do butt stuff on me.
Then what are you
Just
doing?
sometimes
You're doing butt stuff to yourself.
No, sometimes I wipe too hard.
We all wipe.
You guys don't ever wipe too hard?
No.
And you're like, oh, there's a streak?
No, yeah, sometimes, like,
I just have
especially
such power in my wipes.
when I was drinking and partying back in the day, there'd be times where I poop blood and stuff.
But what was that? Just like your internal bleeding?
I was just dying, or like, I don't know, maybe like a hemorrhoid or
You're just
something.
dying
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, beets. Sometimes there's beets, but it's not blood. But it's like there's never been a time where there's been blood in on the toilet paper where I'm like, oh, I'm not sure where that came
That's your
from.
period.
Yep.
So you wipe really hard. Maybe don't wipe so hard.
Or get a washlet. Just get the washlet from Amazon.
No, I mean I do have a washlet.
And you're still bleeding?
You're still wiping too hard?
Why are you wiping so hard?
Because look, everywhere I go there isn't a washlet. So there's times where I do it, and it's like I need to reteach myself how to.
But imagine how hard you'd have to
Chad.
wipe your arm to make it bleed. Like, I don't even understand.
Don't ask. Just He's got a gambling problem.
That doesn't want to make me bleed.
I think it might.
Can I ask you something?
Depending on how much you lose. What?
So listen, I'm trying not to be a fat fucking middle-aged pig, right? So part of that is that I can't drink wine every night like I want to. I know. Otherwise, I stay fucking fat. So I started taking like gummies, at night. Fine. It's okay, but I don't want to be dependent on something to like, okay, let me back that ass up. Moms listening, you fucking know. I'm alone with my kids a lot because Tommy's gone, and I have to put those 2 animals down after we do fucking homework, dinner. Come on, guys, get your jams on, get the bat. Like, it's so exhausting that by the time I'm at bedtime, I'm so keyed up. I'm up here. I'm at a 10. How do I decompress from 10 to sleep time without taking something?
I think you gotta masturbate
every night.
Yeah. I think that's what I don't.
Yeah?
I think that's what you got. Because listen, all of the answers that popped in my head before that were like, oh no, you'll get addicted to that. Oh no, you'll get addicted. Like Xanax is the fucking. And again, nobody should ever do Xanax. Xanax is the greatest. Like
it's the best.
I remember I was at Six Flags one time, and I went with 2 friends, and one of them was like, we were all gung ho, and I was like, yo, when we get to the front of the line, like we'll wait on the extra line to sit in the front car. And all of a sudden he was like, oh, I'm having anxiety about this. He's like, I don't know if I want to do the roller coaster. And it was at the time when I was taking Xanax, and I was like, yo, I have Xanax if you want some. And he's like, okay. Like he's like, how much should I take? Like he wasn't a Xanax guy. Like he had taken it a couple times, like fly or whatever. And I gave him a little piece. By the time we got to the front of the line, he was like, yo, let's go, bro.
So
like,
fun.
Yeah, like ready to go. It turns like whatever your problem is. Again, I don't want to get too like. Listen, I did Xanax for like 10 years. It is the worst thing I've ever been addicted to. Getting off of it is fucking hell. It's horrible. It took me over a year. I would never fucking do it again.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get hooked on this stuff.
It's just like if you were like, oh, I'm so wound up for my kids. It's like you take this little pill.
I know.
And fucking 20 minutes later, you're like, what kids?
I know, but I don't want to get into what kids, like, because that's what I'm afraid of, because I feel like I could become that person. So I'm like, I don't even want to start down that path.
Yeah, no, you don't.
I don't even fucking take them because I'm like, So what can I do? So my shrink recommended, she's like, do an activity. So you put the kids down and then find an activity you really enjoy doing. And I was like, fucking nothing, drugs. You know what I mean? Like alcohol.
Right, well, because there'll be things that you enjoy doing, but it feels like it's like a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like pills is just like, boop.
Yeah.
Like, you know? Yeah. You just put on like reality TV and take a pill and you're like, yo, this is dope. Yeah.
But here's the deal, man, is that even if it's a dope show I'm into, that's enough of an incentive. So maybe I just need a constant stream of awesome shows, but I get bored. I don't, you know, when you make entertainment for a living, it's not as exciting.
Different.
No, like that. Like it's hard because
we're different than you.
Can I tell you what? I did start watching The Sopranos again from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
it's a great show. I know you've never seen yourself, but I do love AJ.
I'm 12 and fat.
So cute.
So fat. So
such a little
fat.
shithead too.
So fat, like semi-obese. Yeah.
You see yourself differently. You're so
I was
cute.
too. I mean, the scale don't lie. 200
You're
pounds.
such a little smart ass too. I love it. You're so smart.
I'm so happy I don't have to watch that show. There was a time where they were like going to offer us a bunch of money to do like a podcast to watch it. And I'm so, because I was like, then when the money was going up, and I was like, maybe I might have to
watch yourself.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, no, because I couldn't. I know who I am. I wouldn't allow myself to quit like halfway through. And I think it might have just gotten too crazy. Although I get skinnier as it goes on. So maybe it would get easier.
You're stoked. No, both you and Jamie hit puberty and you get skinnier and cuter. But like, you're adorable. Come on.
Yeah.
So what can I do besides masturbating? Okay, great. And then now I'm depressed.
Pickle Ball.
9 o'clock at
Start
night.
playing poker with me and a doll.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking gamble on March Madness with me and Dickle Mulvaney.
Dickle Mulvaney.
Yeah, we'll fucking
Dick Hard Vaney.
Well, here's the thing. What you're doing right now, you'd have to give up. That's the problem. If you don't want to get into anything.
I could go to sleep right now. I swear to God. That's how exhausted I am as a mom. I could go to sleep.
But then
right
you
now.
can't go to sleep when it's time to go to sleep.
No, I can. I just have to chill myself down. Like it's hard for me to get from 10. Like I need an activity, a transitional activity, other than like drink, take fucking pot. There's gotta be a better.
I think
this
the
is keying me
reason
up.
the reason why you're so easily put at a 10 is
Oh,
because of
caffeine,
that.
maybe.
Because of the caffeine. Because like the caffeine probably
Maybe.
puts you at a 7 or an 8, and then to get to a 10, you only need a little push.
That's so true.
You know what I mean?
So maybe I should be more not caffeine drinking.
No, because like, you know, when I'm around my friends with kids, like when I go to Jamie's place, and it's obviously very different, but like when I leave there, I'm never like, whew, like fired up. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, you get out of there and you're like, oh, I just want to like, you're tired. It's not like you're like, you know, fired up.
No, that's, I mean, I am exhausted, but I'm exhausted.
But your mind's going. Because you finally have some me time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to just go away because then you just go away as a person.
Yeah. I'm exhausted, but then I'm also emotionally keyed up. Do you know what I mean? Because you get so angry when they don't go to fucking bed when you want them to. It's like, you just get so emotionally keyed up. Like, what do you do now with like high intensity feelings now that you're sober?
It's just very easy for me to manage my emotions because my life was such chaos for so long that now when it's like, oh, I have this problem, I'm like it's nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so what do you do?
Like I think of
before you go to
myself
bed?
like, you know, driving, my friend driving me like 80 miles an hour down a highway when I was like hanging out of the sunroof with no shirt on, just like on like a Wednesday afternoon, you know, like driving up to like Connecticut because my friend had a house there and we would just fucking party, like just like stupid, dumb shit where I'm like, oh, like I have these, you ever get that like almost, it's like anxiety feeling, but not where you like, you feel like you're like detaching for a second from like everything.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of times where I think about an incident of something I was doing where like I almost died, and I have that feeling all the time where I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm like, I haven't thought about that for 7 years. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like one little thing if it happened. Like, you know, I was in a car accident. This crane fell on my building when I lived in New York and like sliced the building in half, and like people died. And it's just like, and they were like, oh, if the crane was 10 feet longer, you would have been dead. Like all these different thing. And when I was in my car accident, they said something like that. They were like, if somebody was in the passenger seat, he'd be dead. And I was out of the car and I was like, I was in the passenger seat. They would be like, how did your legs fit through it? And I was like, oh, because the seat like cushion pushed back because the engine came through the,
oh my God.
It was fucking crazy.
So you're just living life safe now. You're like, I'm just going to stay.
Yeah. Like, but safe, but also like like to get to that level of like craziness, it takes a lot.
Yeah,
you know
your
what
threshold.
I mean? So like when I'm, you know, something that people might think is like crazy, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Like I went to my best friend's wedding and it was like all, you know, a lot going on. You have to make a speech, you have to do this. And I went home that night and I was just like, yeah, I'm chilling.
You're good.
Like, you know, you just
That's interesting because I have a high threshold for overstimulation. Like stand-up is very overstimulating. And I can do a show and then go back to my hotel room now. And so I don't know. I guess it depends.
Pass right out?
Yeah.
But see, maybe because that's you time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So then you feel like, okay, I accomplished that. Now I can go to bed. But with the kids, you're like, I'm not doing what I want to do. I want these kids to just fucking go to bed.
Yeah,
like
it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So what do you do now before you go to sleep? Because you're not doing drugs and stuff.
I jerk off every other night. Mm-hmm. I try not to jerk off every night because I don't know, in my head.
It feels
I'm
indulgent. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind that so much as like, do I need a little like
need a break
energy? Yeah. Am I gonna like not enjoy it anymore? I don't even know. But what else? I don't know. There's like different things you could do, but I definitely do no phone for 4 hours before bed.
I agree.
No phone, no laptop, none of that. I'll watch TV, but I will do no, because you know on Rogan they did like a sleep episode, and one thing they said was they did a study on people like going to bed. And then they did people using blue light, like their phone and their laptop. And then they did just putting a little dot of blue light on like their foot. And even that affected their sleep. Because I don't know what it does, but it fucks with you.
Yeah, I believe that. It's like stimulating your brain. Wake up, talking. Yeah, even the act of looking at my iPhone, I don't enjoy it. Especially like first thing in the morning, you know, like, God, too much. Put it down. I need to just like sit there and drink coffee and chill.
Yeah, and it's like
and then get gagged up.
Besides like the refrigerator, which we all agree like food is the best, and like
That's
TV,
the best.
what else do you go to where you just find yourself there and you're like, what am I even doing? Like,
oh,
you know, where you like open the fridge and you're like, I'm not even hungry, I'm just looking. Or like the other, like, and the phone is the other thing where it's like sometimes I pick it up and I'm like, well, I don't even know why.
But that's what I'm saying. I think I've gone through my vices like to decompress. I've done food and I can't do that anymore. I've alcohol, can't do that one anymore. So I'm like, what do normal people do? Well,
I know that you've said on like your mom's house when you start working out again, you're like, oh my God, I feel so much better. I sleep better.
I did today. I did my Pilates today.
Yeah, that. And you know what else? They also say it's important to get like, try and get like 10 minutes of sun.
Yeah.
Like every day. That like Huberman dude talks about
like
all this
Huberman.
stuff for sleep. It's, you know, but the problem is it's like, you can't just do one, you know, it doesn't work like that where it's like, oh, well, I did this one thing. It's like, no, you have to. Yeah, like when you work out, you fucking masturbate, you don't use your phone for 3 hours, you don't do that, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm sleeping late. But then those 3 hours before bed, you might even be like, this isn't even worth it. Like I'd rather shitty sleep, but be able to like, you know, be on my phone and like do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's a tough decision,
dude. Life is so complicated, bro.
Fucking life, dude.
You just gotta rub one out.
Yeah, you just rub one out.
Yeah. That's the best. I think because I'm reading that book by Philip Stutz. Here, I'll tell you.
Is it the therapist guy?
Yeah, it's like on Netflix. We talked to Fat Jonah Hill about his problems.
Yeah.
And hold on. I'll show you what I'm into right now. Coming Alive. The book is called Coming Alive.
See, it's probably about masturbating.
It's about jerking off, yeah. And there's pornography. Yeah, of course. And there's pictures of hot chicks in the book. No.
Oh, you had me for a second.
No, and he has got these like great tools. So like if you're feeling like you want to do a compulsive behavior, he's got a great tool for that. If you're feeling very defeated, there's a tool for that. Like that's what I need is like a decompression tool. Maybe that's in the next chapter and I'm not even there yet. I do like to read. Maybe I should do that. Do my ideas, do my readings.
Before bed,
what
writing.
about you, smart Chad? Do you get lit every night or do you do something constructive? I have a feeling Chad is constructive.
Yeah, I'm pretty constructive.
What do you do to fall asleep, to relax, decompress?
I definitely read. I put my phone away.
Yeah.
Sometimes I meditate.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no like phones or TV really in my bed area.
No phones or TV. I agree.
Yeah, reading is good. I just can't. I struggle to. I don't enjoy reading. I get into like rhythms where I'm doing it, and then where I don't for like a year, and I'm like, and to go back that one, even to just do like 10 pages, I'm like, I'm like it's so tough. There was a thing of like this isn't about sleep, it's about kids, but there was a thing. I think it was on Rogan, or it might have even been your mom's house. No, I don't think so. Where it was like the advice for parenting. And what they said is like when you're frustrated with your kid, it's like just imagine that you're like 80 years old and you have a time machine and you could get in that time machine and you could only go back and have 30 seconds with your kid and like these are those 30 seconds.
Oh,
so instead of being like, shut the fuck up, like, you know, like maybe you're like, please, you know, try whatever. But I see how Jamie's kids are with her sometimes, and I'm like, man, because they treat you like shit without knowing they treat you like shit, but they're also just being kids, and they're not like, and you're like, man, it's hard. And especially like as somebody who loves Jamie so much, when I see her try so hard to be a good mom, and then the kids just like shit on her in 1 second, and I can't say anything because I'm like, you know, just a jerk off anyway, but like I'm not their parent or whatever, but it's like
it's brutal.
It's tough, man.
What's brutal is the when they're just dysregulated. So it takes until 5 to be regulated because their brains are just not there yet. So they'll throw a tantrum because you gave them a hot dog that they didn't like the shape of. You cut the hot dog. Why'd you cut the hot dog? You gave me a fucking this plate. I wanted that plate. Why does my brother have this much soda? It's like,
but see,
so
what my dad
wears you down.
My dad is always like, this wasn't what being a parent was like, because my dad did a thing that I think, and again, I don't have kids, so it's easy to say from the outside, did a thing that I think makes parenting a lot easier when it's like, when you say no to something, that's it.
Yeah, done.
It's no. But when you say no to these kids and they go, please, and then you go, okay, here. Then that's the fucking worst thing you can do. And again, I'm not a parent. So people are like, shut the fuck up. You don't know how hard it is. I get it. Like, I'm not saying, but like, that's how my dad was. Like if my dad said no to something, you knew not to ask.
Don't ask
again because you learned when you were 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Like there was no like please. It was
no,
I
don't
said
do
no.
that.
What are
the
you?
Please, the begging, that shit. I'm like, no, dude.
Jamie's kids are just they Mommy, please, can I just have a bowl of cereal before I go to bed? So, no, you're supposed to go to bed. You have to go to bed right now. And then they'll go and like do something nice, and she's like, okay, you could have a bowl of cereal, or like do whatever, because she's so sweet and she loves them so much, and it's just.
But sometimes, so what's annoying with the no is that because my 4-year-old is in, like sometimes they just want to test you so that you say no so that they can have a tantrum and get it out. So like I know the setup. Like he kept popping out of his bed last night, and I was like, go to bed, pop out of bed one more time. You can't play in the car tomorrow because he likes to play with the car. All right, you just lost the car. What? Give me one more chance. And I was like, no. No. Then you have to tolerate the tantruming from the no. And sometimes that's so fucking grating too. So you have to choose your poison. Yeah.
Right. And then that's when they go, oh, their brain, just like a dog, is like, oh,
that works.
That's how I get that.
Yes.
Okay, so I just, even when they say that, I just have to go
hammering.
Where when I was a kid, it's like you sit there and cry for 8 hours. It doesn't fucking matter. You're not going to get anything. So you're like, oh man, last time I tried this, I really wore myself out. Where, if your parent eventually says yes, but it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you just keep pushing it.
Keep pushing. From the
keep
rapping
pushing.
to the singing. What was it? Keep pushing.
You gotta keep pushing. Dude, you know what I'm addicted to right now? I'm watching this guy skateboard across America on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. He's probably on like TikTok and stuff. You should check him out. But he's skateboarding across America. And every day he puts up like a 10-minute thing. And he's like, all right, here's where I'm starting.
Who's
like,
this kid? Will you look this up? I want to see this. Oh, we don't have
you could just do like skateboarding. I don't know his name. I forget. Chad? It might be Chad.
It's probably a Chad. I would love to see this
He's
kid.
awesome. He's like such a normal just dude. And so here's my question for you. Sure. What do you think for you would be the hardest part of skateboarding across America? And take the physical thing out, right? Of like, oh, well, I couldn't skateboard 3,000. No, it's more than 3,000.
I could think of a million things that are hard.
Right. So what to you would be the toughest part? Definitely not leaving your kids.
No, if I did it now and at this age and at this stage. Yeah. Okay. I would have to skate from 4 seasons to 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm not staying at. I've listen, for anybody saying like, this bitch. No. I've stayed at every fucking Red Roof Inn. I've stayed at every piece of shit hotel motel for the last 20 years.
And even worse, you stayed at the like comedy houses.
I've done it. Yeah, that's even worse.
It's like horrible. Yeah,
I've stayed everywhere. I'm not fucking doing it anymore. So it would be finding a 4 seasons. That's why I would have them sponsor me so that I just skate from 4 seasons to 4 seasons.
Right.
Number 2, taking
good luck finding one in New Mexico.
I know. But peeing and pooping, to me would give me the most anxiety. Like, where do I pee? That basically you're going from place to pee, right?
Yeah, as a dude, it's a lot easier. But there's times where he's like, I just skated 60 miles and there was nothing. From like when I started until when I ended.
You just pee in the desert.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I just pee on the side of the road, whatever. But he also said that because he's sweating so much that he's finding he doesn't have to pee as much.
Okay. But is he drinking enough water?
That's him. This guy's awesome. What's his name? Chad Caruso.
Oh, okay.
Really cool dude. He's skateboarding across America. He's trying to raise awareness for like sobriety because he's like a sober dude. That's not why I found him. I'm not trying to raise awareness for sobriety.
No,
but he's just fucking awesome. And
I love it.
I think for me the hardest thing was, so all he has is a backpack because he can't have a bunch of stuff, and he has one thing of like not even a full change of clothes in his backpack, and then he skates all day in those things, gets to the next hotel and does his wash at the hotel.
Wash.
There is nothing more disgusting to me than traveling across the United States, doing my like underwear in different washing machines and putting them on in different hotels. Like all it is blood and cum and pit. Like, what are you washing in a fucking hotel?
Okay.
If you're staying at a motel for 3 nights and you're using the washing machine,
I've done it.
But the places that he's staying are like $40 a night on the side of the road in like Albuquerque. You know what I mean?
Worst.
It's not like the peninsula, mommy.
No, no. When I've done my laundry in like laundrettes in San Francisco, in Australia, in fucking everywhere.
Of course, that's how I grew up.
Yeah, horrible. Yeah. Okay, here's what you do, because now we're doing it as middle-aged well-to-do people. Okay,
Yeah.
you've got resources.
And there's one washing machine for the whole hotel.
Well, here's what you do. I'm telling you, you're gonna have this shit sponsored by the Four Seasons and by like Fruit of the Loom and by whatever company that you like, Viore. I know you're a huge fan of those
Shout out.
guys. Shout out, yeah.
Yeah, this is Viore.
So you go at every location. I want a fresh pair of undies, fresh pair of socks, fresh outfit in every stop, and you have them sponsor that shit.
Of course, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about if you had to do it like this guy.
Like a poor person.
Like this guy. Yeah. I mean, I don't even think saying that's even. Yeah, I guess if
I
you're
would
getting
buy underwear.
sponsored-
I would buy underwear because I've done that on the road. Rather than wash the same pair every night. You're right; it's disgusting in the sink or whatever. Because
Oh my God.
I would just buy a 6-pack of undies from Target and then just put them in the backpack, and that would be my fresh thing every day. The bra, I wouldn't mind washing the bra in the sink.
Yeah, the bra's not so bad.
T-shirt, I'll carry a couple of those. Pants you can rock for days. I travel and I fly to the city in these same pants I wear,
yeah.
and I fly back in the same pants. Like, no biggie.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But the fucking like my underwear, like if you put on a thing of like, okay, we're gonna
God,
you
such a
how
dirtbag.
much money would you have to get paid to do
Oh my God.
X? The amount of money, like the things I would do before washing my clothes in a hotel, like in like a shit hotel washing machine, and then putting those clothes back on. Like I would rather sleep in an airport for a week.
Really? See,
On the floor.
I would rather do what this guy's doing. Than
I'd rather sleep
in
in an airport on the floor for a week in the
No.
middle of nowhere with
No.
bad food. And then, to me, putting on clothes that I just washed in the most disgusting hotels in the United States, these like one washers.
I
You know,
know.
I can't imagine what germs they would find in those washers.
I know.
Because there's no way anyone's cleaned that washer in 20 years. All these people do in these hotels is fucking come and
bleed
and bleed and
know.
piss.
I know.
And
Piss. They
disgusting.
shit on you.
Shit. There's so much shit. There's so
so
much
much.
kids. Oh, these people have their 1-year-old kid
puke.
and they get shit and puke. Oh my! And then that's all going in my underwear.
Yeah.
And then I'm skating for 60 miles.
Yeah. That doesn't bother me as much as it bothers you.
Oh my God, dude.
I could do it. I don't care. I would do. Oh, I got to go. I would, but being stuck in an airport is hell. Because I have been for fucking so many overnights, or like I hate the food, I hate the fucking seating. It's those hard chairs. The floors are usually shitty carpet, and they stink in a lot of these places. Here's the one airport I do love is the Detroit airport, because they've got a killer sushi bar. I go there.
It's like
Atlanta's
prepackaged?
okay. No, it's like a fresh sushi bar.
Really?
In the Detroit airport.
That's
I would rather do the skateboarding and
But doesn't
washing
sushi
my.
give you diarrhea?
No, not that place. I used to do it all the time.
Only the nice places do. Airport sushi doesn't make you
Yeah.
shit your pants.
I can't believe you brought this up. I don't like it. I don't like the scenario of. I think.
Well, I'm using it as a shitty,
I
as
know,
a
I know,
bad
I know.
scenario. I'm just saying I'd rather do that.
I don't like staying in bad motels. I just don't.
Oh,
I'm
fucking
so over
the worst.
because you don't
man.
sleep. This poor kid is not really recovering.
See, I wouldn't care about anything if you were like, "Hey, we're giving you fresh sheets and pillowcases and that," because that's the most disgusting thing to me is the pillowcase. Like I think about the thousands of people who use that
Stop.
pillowcase
The
and
lice
drooled
and
and
shit.
lice and I'm just crazy with that shit.
Listen, if you're going to a hotel and if you're staying in like a B-level hotel motel, and it's got that styrofoam feeling comforter. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. It's like it looks like it smells like smoke.
Yeah. If you're staying in a hotel that has that on the bed, rip that thing off immediately. Do not sleep with that. It's so disgusting. That thing has never been washed. You know that. Ugh. All right. I got to go. I love you so much. Thank you for coming.
Love you, mommy. Thanks for
coming
having
and coming and just jizzing everywhere today on my show. And I hope you have a good night's sleep starting in a couple of hours here.
You too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You guys, please subscribe to the show. And I love you. Until next time, stay cool, moms. Bye. Meow. Hi, Mommy. Thank you for watching that episode. Did you like what you see? I hope you did. So why don't you subscribe? Just click the subscribe button and, hit the notification bell so you can get notified. And also, why don't you watch another video? Watch one of these. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, down there, whatever. There's so much stuff, bro. I make these all the time for you to watch. That's why I'm here. I love you.